Hey everyone, let's do a little review of 10, 11, 12, Azavara here, Gamara. Good. Om Azavara Swaha, Om Azavara Swaha, Om Azavara Swaha. Bit more. Om Azavara Swaha, Om Azavara Swaha, Om Azavara Swaha. Om Azavara Swaha, Om Azavara Swaha, Om Azavara Swaha. Hey everyone. See 11, Gamara, very simple. Om Gamara Swaha, Om Gamara Swaha, Om Gamara Swaha. Om Gamara Swaha, Om Gamara Swaha, Om Gamara Swaha. Om Gamara Swaha, Om Gamara Swaha, Om Gamara Swaha. I don't expect a lot of people to connect today because it is a celebration of Ishtar, Ishtar, the pagan goddess of sex. No, fertility, sorry. So the English still call it Easter. In other languages, it is called Pascal, in reference to a Christian celebration. So we'll simply explain what is the relationship between bunnies and eggs. Okay, there is one. In this season, spring, printemps, primavera, this is where nature awakens again. But not everywhere in the world, mostly in the northern hemisphere. So it's a period of fertility where flowers bloom and animals start to reproduce to ensure the next generation. A bunny is a symbol of fertility in mammals. Okay? And an egg is a symbol of fertility for birds. So in the celebration of Ishtar, there's a lot of seeds involved for plants, eggs as a fertility for birds, and bunnies because they just a lot, okay? Fast. They give it their all for 2-3 seconds, then they die. They fall asleep. A typical male. So basically, this weekend is the weekend of fertility and sexuality and awakening of flowers and bunnies and eggs. Okay, and then the Christians say, well, we can't really call it the celebration of sex. Let's bring all the Christian thing in there and make Jesus Christ come back, and has to be about Jesus. But actually, for me, it's not. It's about although in my country the awakening of nature is next month. Right now there's snow outside. But it's for that latitude, that parallel somewhere on Earth, where on the Pascal weekend, it's where nature awakens. Okay, so that was my little intro while people connected. Usually from Wednesday, I start reviewing the mantra and start transmigrating into you. but I forgot. I could be arrogant enough to lie and say, oh, I didn't feel you needed it. And yeah, no, I just forgot. It was Wednesday, I forgot. Something happened. And I forgot. Okay, not something dramatic. I literally, it got out of my mind. So Thursday, yesterday, I have to connect. I have to do this, but that thing first. And basically, I wanted to, and then I opened my phone. My phone was at 0%. It's like, okay, the book is in the other room. I'm just going to plug my phone and check it in 5 minutes. And I forgot. So yesterday late, I said, oh shit, I'm supposed to transmigrate the mantra for 2 days. And I forgot. And then I checked the mantra. I said, oh, it's that mantra. I don't need to transmigrate it. So I just practiced to remember Om Shusadikara Varra Danamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hompat. Okay, that's the mantra. I'll just check it. Om Sushadikara Vara Danamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hompat. Yeah. If someone ever comes to me, hey Maha, I created a mantra for everything, and they name me that mantra, and I'll say, that's a pizza mantra. I don't advise it. But it's in that process, and the creators of this process made a pretty good job so far. So let's give it a chance. It never was my favorite mantra, but then I realized what it was doing, and I started to appreciate it. Okay. It basically invokes the last few steps and ground it in the body. Okay. They say it's for health. Well, if you take many different energies and you ground them in the body, there will be a healthy side effect, of course. But that's not the objective. The objective is to make these energies available in nature. Okay, for you. And of course, once you have them in your body, it's easier to heal everything. It would be tempting to think of incarnation. It is the 12th symbol. It could correspond to the letter Lamed, but let's remember it corresponds to Sein, of commanding. Okay, so it empowers you. In the Mudra, okay, the Mudra is every finger will go like a little scale a little further, okay? Then the pinky goes up, boom, and then you relax it. So that's the Mudra. Get your thumb a bit closer. That's the Mudra, okay? So like this, my fingers look close, but they're actually separated. Okay, so if you want to know, just bring the index stays there, major, the ring a bit lower, but the pinky stays up and the thumb gets closer. So this is how you grab a willow's branch. Apparently, the willow is a tree that the branches go down, symbol of incarnation. In French, it's called Saule Pleureur. In Spanish, I don't remember, but it's a tree that the branches go down, okay? In the picture that the Chinese draw, there are 5 branches. The 5 branches are a symbol of the 5 elements. I imagine the Chinese, when they see 5 elements, they think the 5 Chinese elements, which is completely acceptable. Okay, even though it was created in India and they saw the Hindu elements. Okay, earth, fire, heavens, water, air. But it doesn't matter at this point, because both systems work 100%. There's no flaw in the Chinese 5-element system. It's perfect. And it's very physical oriented. Although there are spiritual aspects, it's very physical oriented, at least in our applications. So, holding the Willow's branch, let's review the mantra. It's going to be a long review of technicalities. Okay, Shusadikara, we went through that. Okay, it's to balance the dry heat and the cold moisture. So balance the temperatures and maybe a bit of circulation, but it's mostly to balance the temperatures and remove the harshness in the throat or pressure in the head. It balances stuff. Okay, bring balance between water and fire. So we're invoking this. Then in the mantra, you have the word Vara. Okay, we've seen this in the Asavara Mudra and mantra. So Vara, the best possible things to happen. Then Varadanamda. Okay. Let's see what Danamda, which one is which. Okay, so Danam is providing. It's not really giving, it's providing. And Da alone technically means purification, but Da is a reference to the body. Okay, so Varadananda, bring it to the body in the best possible ways. Right? Mudaya Vajra, that's a cool expression. I'll talk about this thing I just taught later. So Mudaya Vajra, Mudaya means to do it cheerfully, okay, to be glad, to be happy, like, yeah, let's do this, like, with a positive attitude. Mudaya Vajra then puts you in the Vajra state with a specific taint of enjoying it, okay, of being happy about it, okay. Mudaya Vajra, therefore, will address the psychological healing, psychological state of mind. Patahanahana is the one that no one likes. Okay, so Pata is to absorb nutrients or to be fed. So benefit from the vitamins, eat well, okay, and have the nutrients reach your cells. All these kind of aspects. Hana is to get the trash out. So together, very nice expression. Patahana, bring in what is good, get rid of what is not good, what is trash, or what is bad. Hana is to get rid of trash. Hana is do it with, like, let's get rid of that trash intensely and clearly. So a purge, a purification. Finishing with hum pat, just for the effect to be stronger, of course. So pata hana hum pat will cause a purification. So hopefully it will not make you puke, but it will squish your liver like a sponge to get rid of all the bad stuff. It will help your kidneys get rid of calcium accumulations, for example, calcaire accumulations. It will help unclog some of the veins in a safe way, of course. But it could give you pimples in the face, a bit of diarrhea at one point. It's going to get rid of the trash, which is a good thing once. But it's not pleasant on the moment. So it's a good purification process. This mantra, therefore, addresses many aspects that can be about health. But it also addresses the psychological and your spiritual relationship with everything. Okay? There's a lot of things in there. That's why when I first read it, I thought, wow, this is a pizza mantra. They just put everything. But considering it's a review of previous stages, and it's specifically about, like, the Dhanamda is specifically making it available to the body, okay? So giving it, providing it in a purifying way, okay? So there's a purification aspect. To bring those energies in, purifies or cleanse, okay? Next step of the explanation is the expressions. I've separated each of these few words in expressions. Shusadikara, Shusadikara, right? I just ate sushi yesterday, so now I'm all confused again. Okay, Shusad. And then we go with the other expressions, and it looks like we've separated those in blocks. But in a mantra, the Shusa and the Dikara are in relationship, but the Dikara will be in relationship with, I have to read it, Vara, Dana, Da, Mudaya, Vara, okay. So the Dikara will be in relationship with the Vara, okay. So if you look at it, just the first two words of the mantra, Shusa Dikara, we learn about that. Now think Dikara Vara. So the very best waters to anoint yourself with the coolness in the very best possible ways. Dikara Vara. Then we go for Varadanam. Varadanam. So bring the best to the body. Okay. Then Danamda. Just simply incarnate everything. The resources and the purifying aspect. Then we will contemplate Damudaya. Okay. So happy to incarnate. Then Mudaya Vajra, which is to have the best possible state of being and mind. Vajrapata, to be fed by the Vajra, to be Vajrapata in this case is not a nourishment because Vajra is not a resource. That the body benefits from the Vajra attitude or the Vajra state. Okay. Patahana, so nourish and get rid of trash, nourish yourself and purify. Then Hanahana, purify intensely. All of these are mixed together. You don't need to remember what I just explained. We've separated the mantra in expressions to facilitate explanation, but each aspect is in a relationship with the one before and after. So all of that flows. Because of the length of this mantra, we are not going to do a mala, we're going to do 21 recitations. Okay? So right now. And it's a lot of concepts to have in mind. So if you think all of this is for my health, it's going to focus on your health. I encourage you instead of focusing, all of this is for my benefit. So you're not locked in the health aspect. You're open to what are benefits, even those you don't know. Okay? If you remember, the Vara is the best possible options. Don't be closed in what those options can be. Okay? So this is all good for me. And don't fear the Hana. Purification is good. Hopefully, in this period of chocolate and rich food, it won't be too terrible for you. Okay? So you can have your sheet in front of you. The Mudra. Boom. Okay. the Willow Branch Mudra. 21 recitation. And read your sheet. I will read mine also as long as I need it. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hompat. Okay, this is way too fast. It's just because I've already said it quite a lot over the years, even if it's not my favorite mantra. Slowly. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hompat. 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 It's strange that if I recite it fast, I can just say the mantra as it is. I'm used to it in program. But if I say it slow, I have to read the words, or else I don't know them. But it's okay. Let it sink in. You can feel the energies are affecting you. Just keep going. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hompat. 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 And we relax. There is often personal growth involved in these mudras, these mantras, these teachings. There is often an aspect of learning and growing, and in this case it's general. The same way the mantra invokes all the previous aspects of personal growth. We want to contemplate personal growth is good for me. In this case, I'm going to ask you to contemplate your motivation. Do you remember why you do personal growth? basically, my motivation, and it might be yours too, I just remember when I don't want to do personal growth, or before I was a fan of personal growth. The feeling that you're missing something, the conviction of understanding everything, but the feeling that you don't understand what's going on at the same time. You know, this pride of being convinced my perception, like this is how life is, and feeling lost, like why is it like that? Why is life like that? So basically the mysteries that were deep and dark, and the feeling of being lost. I remember that when I was convinced to be right about everything, but the underlying feeling of completely being lost in life, having no mastery of myself. I remember specifically pride, when I just don't want to admit a fault or that I could be wrong. And how much conflicting that is, how much it brings conflicts. It nourishes confrontations. Just because I want to be the one who was right and not admit any faults. When I have that, because I still do, I'm human. When I have that, now I am so happy that I remember quickly, oh, I'm protecting my pride, my image. I don't want to be the one to lose that argument. I remember quickly that it's an ego game. I don't need to protect my pride. It's okay. I don't need to win the argument. It's all good. It always feels very bad before we break pride, and we really don't want to break our pride. But after we've done it, do you remember how good it feels to be relieved of the conflict inside? After we break our pride, we can contemplate forgiveness for ourselves and the others. While we are in the battle of pride, there is no virtue. There's just an empty certainty. And once we accept to lose an argument, maybe we were right. Lose it anyway. Does it really matter? If it's just a surface argument with no real impact on justice in your life, just let that shit go. Doesn't matter. And it's okay. It feels so good to feel compassionate and a bit of vulnerability. To be honest with ourselves, well, at least I know that I am myself. And I know that I'm doing my best. What are our motivations to do personal growth? After years of doing personal growth, maybe we do it as a reflex. It's good to remember why we do it. At the base, it's not just a quest for the truth. It's because it feels bad when we don't do it. Many times, especially when I got deeper stages of understanding and evolution, I felt so proud, so strong, so powerful, that I stopped doubting myself. I stopped questioning if I still had a flaw here and there. I'm not negative with myself. I'm not pessimistic looking for problems. That's not it. I want to remain available for what I could miss. Because while we are incarnate, there is the poison of ignorance. I want to remember that, so I can stay humble. I hope you'll do an exercise of finding a motivation, of remembering how good it feels to mourn a combat, especially if there's no real consequence in life. It's important to defeat our limits, to work as long as we're not financially stable, even if we're tired. Ensure a minimum of security for yourself. Work, whatever happens, just find some work and work. And once you have that stability, then you start taking care more about your health. But in the entire process, you keep philosophizing. It's important to remember how it feels when we don't take care of our physical responsibilities. When we eat bad too often. When we consume products that hinder us, alcohol, drugs for whoever does that, chocolate for me, and acid stuff, like, stuff that gives me stomach burns. So it's important to remember to be responsible about our physical reality, to do exercise, to eat well, even while enjoying a few foods that we really like once in a while, but no abuse. To work to earn money. Now there's an aspect of the physical reality we don't often consider. Stay in touch with friends, the community. If you're always all alone with yourself, you're going to grow distress. So physical responsibility is also about our interaction with the world. And friendship is important. Okay. Family is good. For some of you, family is the most important thing. But some of us cannot easily get in touch with our family. And that's okay. Friendship is very important. Okay. A lover is really cool too. Friendship, to stay in touch with friends. That's very good for the morale. And again, work, eat well, exercise, sleep correctly. Resolve conflicts in your life as efficiently as possible so that while you sleep, you're not stressed. While you digest, you're not stressed. And in your relationship with your friends, you're not stressed. Okay? Resolve your conflicts quickly. All of this is why I do personal growth. All of this is why I keep doing spiritual practice. Sometimes I spend periods without any practice at all, but then I get back to it. After 30 years, it's on and off. The first few years were just do mantras every day for years. Like, okay, what mantra to charge, what next meditation to do. And after a few years, you want to take breaks. It's good. It's healthy. But if you permanently stop, life will get difficult again. Your energies will densify. And it's not fun. Okay. These are all the reasons why we do personal growth. It's important to remember. Take care of your physical realm with the simple human ways, and then a mantra like that brings energies to the physical body will be so efficient. Okay. we will do another 21 recitation with that vulnerable feeling rich, that humble state rich. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. And we rest and relax. Let's spend a week contemplating a bit of everything. A bit of everything. If you can do one mala because you have the time and the will to do so, do one mala in your day. But doing once or twice 21 recitation will be enough for that initiation to work. Okay. The mudra again. The index stays straight. Well, actually the index will bow afterwards, okay? So the major goes down, the ring goes down, the pinky stays up, bring all fingers together, but not touch. So they're not equal, they are in scales. Okay? This is the mudra. Good. Om Shusadikara Varadanamda Mudaya Vajra Patahana Hana Hum Pat. Contemplate a bit of everything and Why do we do personal growth? Cultivate humility. Okay? Very good. This will have very beneficial effect in many ways that we don't want to limit ourselves, but physical health is one of those results. All right? Peace.